Good evening, everybody. It's Oliver's Papa. We are just having our Friday French fries. After a long week, we stop and he gets a big old thing of unsalted French fries and gets his tablet and starts his weekend. Good news on the autism front, if that's possible, but it is, because his progress report from school, as dark as some of it was, it wasn't a surprise. He's made progress in a bunch of areas, and I'll talk about that another time. But I just want to say that when you get your children the support that fits them, things can get better. They can, and they can be better. They can be happier. When I say better, I mean behaviors and things like that. And he just threw something at me, so I spoke too soon. Are you okay, baby boy? Okay. We're going soon. I'm going to talk about that greasy stock guy, that greasy movie theater man. All right. So this character, Morantz, I mean, he has really put, man, he has put the pedal to the floor lately, and he has just given Adam Aron the business. And the fact of the matter is, he's not wrong. Yeah, I tried to spread his video the other night, and I'll tell you what, every one of these clowns had something negative to say, or they didn't say anything at all. The nastiest was Phil For Real. You know him, right? Did the shorts cover? Well, then what are we talking about? That guy. And I used to like his little cartoons he made and stuff, you know? Yeah, to be nasty and rude. I bet you didn't watch that video. And I bet you if you did, you thought he was lying. He was making it up. This Morantz guy, he's making shit up. He's a salty GME guy. He just makes shit up. Well, the thing is that you can go and look up everything he says. That's the cool thing. That's the good thing about him, is he actually shows what he's reading. And then you can go and look at it too. Isn't that cool? I think it's great. So anyway, yeah, I mean, CEO Adam has fucked retail. I don't care how you twist it, look at it. Oh, it's part of 4D chess. Let me tell you something. Him and the board don't own shares. Getting paid with shares is not the same thing as buying shares, believing in your own company. Now, I don't know the rules behind that, but I know the board of directors in other companies, they buy fucking shares, or they bypass their pay. They say, you know what? No pay for me. Just give it to me in shares. I believe in this place that I work at, that I come and work at. I think AMC is like a shell game at this point. I didn't think that way 3 months ago. 2 months ago, I was getting a little anxious. And then I saw the light. And I still have some AMC shares. And the AMC guy, he's still got shares. Yeah, right. Let me tell you guys, you children, something. I was working in the 30-year bond option pit when some of you were still swimming around in your dad's nutsack. Okay? It's not my first rodeo. Which actually is kind of upsetting to me, because, man, conned. We were conned. It takes somewhat of a man to say, you know what? Yeah. One thing I'm grateful for is I didn't suffer major loss. I now hold a GME position. Life is much better when you hold an investment in a company that has leadership. Man, it's like, wow, this is refreshing. And the other thing, which is more serious, is that I only told 3 friends about it. And these are 3 people that I knew very well. I wouldn't go around and push a stock. I wouldn't do anything like that, because it's stupid. That's like telling somebody, hey man, I got this trifecta. It's almost a sure thing. There is no such thing as a sure thing. But no, and each one of those guys I kept up to date. And when I started selling, I told them, they're holding on. They didn't buy that many, so they want to see what happens. Good for them, I guess, you know. But I have a little bit too much that I have to prepare for. Adam Aron. After 9/11, Bob Dylan gave a very rare interview to Rolling Stone. And the interviewer was good. You know, you would have to be to get that interview. But they kind of went off into the realm of politics. They were trying to maybe figure out if the United States was going to make some wise decisions. We had not yet, we were ramped up. We were ready. It was just a matter of when. But that military action would start. And he sat there and he thought about it for a minute. He said, this is the time where we see who great men are. He said, this is when great men are born. And that's a really heavy thing to me. You know, like out of adversity and pressure and loss and struggle is when, you know, sometimes even the most ordinary person can rise up. And that's inspiring. And Adam Aron, with his quoting Winston Churchill. Yeah, those quotes are great. You know, quotes are wonderful, and you know, they can be inspirational, but they don't mean dick if you don't live by it. Adam Aron could have come in here. He may not have retired as wealthy, and maybe he felt he was due that. I mean, it is a game, and everybody was playing it, but he could have come in and been a real fucking hero. Called shit out. Spoke truth. Stood up. He could have got, you know, he could have been on this waste of money meet and greet where he's finessing everybody. He could have stood in front of the people and said, listen, I can't prove any of this. I can't. But I'm grateful to all of you, and this is what we're going to do. And he could have laid out a reasonable fucking business plan. You know, we're going to get rid of some theaters. We're going to scale back the menu. We're going to shorten film time. Operations are going to be cut. And we're going to survive, and we're going to try to reinvent ourselves, because that's what this country is about. Even a dipshit like me can reinvent himself. But Adam Aron didn't do that. Adam Aron took everyone's money and bought into a fucking gold mine. A joke of a gold mine. That's what he did. And you got dickheads like the common sense investor out there trying to sell it as some kind of brilliant four-dimensional chess move. Who knows? There could be lithium in them hills. There's gold. They know they got gold. They're going to release a statement here soon, and this thing is going to take off. I think I heard their last report. Okay, we got some more stuff out of the ground. We got hit some more veins. No, Adam Aron could have went down. He could have went down. Hey, he might not have been wealthy. Hey, he still makes okay money. Come on. But he could have had a legacy, you know? And that's part of the reason that in the beginning I'm like, you know what? Is this guy, assuming that he has integrity, is this guy going to risk it all? You know, his name, to be one of the most hated CEOs ever? Is this the type of man that can lay his head down and say, yeah, I know, those people I met the other night at the theater, they're all wiped out. That guy with the wife with cancer, fuck him. Man, what a disappointment. Sometimes men become great. Sometimes men say, you know what? And they set their mask down. They say, this is who I am and this is what's happening, and let the chips fall where they may. Man, that's balls when somebody can do that. It doesn't feel good when you do it, but I'll tell you what, people will remember that, even if they don't like you. I say, yeah, you know what? He stood up and took his medicine. When are you going to take your medicine, Adam? This Morantz guy, you going to let him push you around? Are you going to let him push you around, this fucking guy? Huh? Man. So in the end, it was a YouTuber that facilitated your robbery. In the beginning, it was a YouTuber who facilitated your robbery, that coward with the bad eye and the heart and all that, his pops and all that. That's Svengali, Machiavellian liar, coward Trey, and his band of, they put it in motion. And who could end it? Who's going to be the one that just keeps pushing and pushing and pushing until there's nothing left and no one left to lie to? That's this Morantz character. Man, I'm not selling him short, but I'm saying, you went to Harvard Business School or some shit, didn't you? This dude? Go on his show. Tell him, hey, listen, you're full of shit, man. This is what we did. This is what we did and why we did it. You won't do it because he's right. The guy's fucking right. He's right. And anybody that, oh, this shill, this bot, why are you concerned about what happens with my money? You know what? Because I made it my business. It's a free country. I don't like thieves. I knew a safecracker in Chicago. Prolific safecracker. Did you ever see the movie Thief? One of those types of guys. Actually, he was probably in his heyday around that time. And a friend of mine had stolen something. He stole it from somebody's porch. And this guy got out of his car, and he was not a big man, but he moved quickly, and he was kind of scary, you know. We were punks anyway, though. And he said, you know, if you're going to steal from people, just don't steal from people who don't have anything. Just don't steal from, you don't steal tools from a fucking carpenter. You don't take an old lady's money. You don't take people who are scraping to get by. You don't take what they have, what little they have, their dreams and all that. You don't do that. If you're going to be a thief, then steal from the people that can afford to be stolen from. Think about what I just said before you condemn it. Leading people to the slaughter was Trey. The butcher, not that asshole Boss Blunts or whatever he jerk off. No, the butcher would be Adam Aron. Trey led him into the slaughterhouse. Adam Aron got a hold of him. What happens now is everybody gets processed, hung up, packaged. And at, about a year from now, when AMC is done, when the writing's on the wall, that'll be it. And people will realize. A lot of people won't realize until the very end, and they're going to be heartbroken because they turned this snake into some kind of hero. Like Bob Dylan said, we're going to find out if there's any great men among us. There's no guarantee that there is, but maybe there is one. And maybe someone involved is a great man. Maybe Morantz is the great man. I don't know him personally, but he's the one that's right. And you can check all his stuff out. So who's going to go on his show? And now you AMC YouTubers, just fucking grow up. Go get jobs. Do something with your lives. Instead of having your hand in everybody's pocket all the time. What a bunch of pimps. Go out and earn a living. I know pimp means something good now, but it used to not. If you were a pimp, it was like, man, that guy's a fucking pimp. He won't even go earn his own money. He has to have a woman go out and do the work. What a bunch of creeps. Save yourselves. Try to get a few bucks out. I wouldn't blame anybody that didn't never want to invest in anything ever again. But me, I have to, because of this little creature in the back. And I went with GME. Not because someone told me, not because someone hyped it up, but because I read what people directed me to. And you know what? I don't know shit about gaming. I don't know shit about gaming. We're going to GameStop tomorrow, though. We're going to find a collectible, something for his shelf. I'm going to spend a little money in the company I'm invested in, take some pictures. But I'll tell you what, their board, their operations, these people are heavy hitters, man. They're not playing. They're not here to pick the meat off the bones. They're here to fatten the calf up. Anyway, I'm in a good mood. I get a little worked up, but I'm happy. My son got a good progress report. I'm alive. I got a couple dollars in my pocket. And we're going to go and put our clothes in the dryer and go find a microphone so I can regale you with my stories and my fantastic tales. Oliver's Papa here. Have a wonderful night. Be safe. Take care.